Well, this is Hurricane Isabel. It's about 3 p.m. on the 18th. There you can see that. Hurricane Isabel. High tide is about 3:35 by my tide watch. There's our deck. As you can see, the water is almost on the deck. I think at the point that it gets on the deck, it's about 16 inches from being in the house. It's not looking good here. The only good thing is it's 3:30, low tide, it's high tide, and then with that tide shift, hopefully it won't get any worse. I'm not sure what the wind is doing. We haven't had power for a while. So I don't know if we've got a wind direction change coming or not. Sure hope so. This is the garage, on the inside of my garage. Our garage, to give you a reference, that's about a block and a half high right there. At that point, over top of the first step, coming up to the second step. That freezer is sitting on cinder blocks 8 inches off the floor. It's in that. A couple of shovels there. It's over the blades of the shovels. What a mess. Things you just don't think of that could be damaged in the event of a storm. There's an old Coleman lantern, the central vacuum system. Underneath of that insulation is a water tank that's probably seen some damage right there. Some of the old furniture that we have that was going to set Billy up, definitely wet, definitely on its way to being ruined. The workbench, unbelievable. Never thought I'd see it. Just give you a feel. There's the fence. Dick Abel in the back was up a little while ago. He has water well in his garage as well. Also, he has several trees down in the yard. So, definitely a mess. Front, and I see I've got to go move Lynn's car. Water's coming up on my truck. It's at the end of the driveway. It's also up on her car significantly. Just on the wheels, so I need to go move that right now. It's all across the front yard out to the street. This is amazing. There's my neighbor's stump. He's been trying to move that. Damn if he didn't move it to my yard. Thanks, Isabel. Wow. Yeah, this is interesting. You look at, try to shield the lens from the rain. That's Lafayette Drive. The car's sitting on Lafayette with water there. And I'm looking out on Browns Neck Road. There's water. There's water there. You can see, I can see it. I don't know if you can through the video. Come to this point right here. Water there. Absolutely. Never seen it that deep. Okay. I'm going in. It's starting to get wet. I gotta go move that car. Lens cap off. Works better. Out here now on this rather dismal day. Water now 2 steps from coming in the house, basically, is what it amounts to right there. Front yard full of salt water all the way out. I've got the only thing that's high in here is the crown on the middle of There's the forwards. I guess he thinks he's going to check on his boat. I'm not sure what he thinks he's going to do. But he's running into some water. I don't think he's going far. There's a truck down there on the side. It looks like it's up to the headlights. I've got our cars double parked on the street, darling, and that's the best I can do. I rode out. I thought to put it up at Smith's store, but there's nothing there. Nowhere to go. So we double parked on the street. See what happens. There's the Fords backing up. Ronnie's stump being joined by another one. A couple of other stumps of his. It's making its way across. Absolutely amazing. Wind she's blowing pretty good. Seems like it's not northeast now. It may be more due east. And high tide's pretty soon, but there's no evidence that the water has started to recede at all at this point. I'm hoping it does pretty quickly, because I'm getting really tired of this now. Wow. It looks like the water level is getting deeper. It's not a good thing. Water level is getting deeper. Okay. It's 3:40. Looks like it's starting to go down. I'm seeing the tide line there. And that's our welcome sight. Looks like the water is starting to go down. It's been up though pretty high. High as I've never seen it this high. Furniture from Glee's, mattress stuff is ruined. The mattress is sure right off. Well, the books are gone. Whatever was under there is gone. A lot of it's not much. Yeah, it's flowing out of the garage now. Some of the stuff that was floating in there is coming out from under the door. I'm not sure what those are. They're floating. I'm about out of battery. Ronnie's car. There's the wheel well. You can just see it there. That's a write-off. It's a shame. Fence. Okay, my battery's about gone. I'm going to lose it here. Just had to get a new battery, so that's why I jumped into the front yard. It's still over top of the bottom step, but that little white mark right there was just above the, right up to that. Now it's dropped a little bit. So I think we're starting to see some ebbing here. This is a lot of water. A lot of water. I don't know if it got into Ronnie's house. It's possible it might have. I hope not. It's up pretty good on his house. One thing you have to think of though is the siding comes down past the dam, so maybe it didn't get in there. I hope it didn't. Milk jug. I'm not sure what that is. It floated out of our garage. A few minutes ago this looked like it might have ebbed a little bit. I'll have to go check that mark again because it sure doesn't look like it's gone down much yet. There's the deck. It's over top of the flooring on the deck. And where that is, I was just out there in the garage to raise the steel roll-up doors a little bit so they wouldn't get wet. That's about 4 or 5 inches up onto the sheetrock. This is an interesting phenomenon I noticed. There is a small stress crack in the concrete, and I've been noticing this bubbling. And the only thing I can think is coming up through the concrete. I've been over there and stepped around that. With that bubbling going on, that there's water undermining the slab, and that could be making a little sinkhole or something under there. I don't know what's going on, but it's probably removing the sand that was the backfill that was graded underneath this slab, so there's potentially a problem there. See, again, there's my watermark. It does look like it has dropped just a little. It's been stubborn. It's not dropping much. No big drop yet. She's coming down. Let's hope so. Again, high tide was about 3:35, I think. Stuff is starting to float out of the garage back there, so that might be a good sign that it is in fact going down. I do have the doors open. I left them up a little bit further, allowing for things to go down. Oh man, yeah, it has dropped. See the surface of the deck again. Okay. Going down ever so slowly. Good stuff. Too much water. Too much water. Water's over top of that sill plate. It's hard for me to tell through the viewfinder, so hopefully you can see that very well, that it is over top of the sill plate. Got over top of the second step, most of the way up to the third one. So I was getting halfway up. Some of it wicked up that board, the stringer there, the rise. But definitely had a close call here, and I hope it's over.